You know that astronaut ice cream you had as a kid? Or those super crunchy strawberry snacks that just melt in your mouth? It really seems like magic, right? But it's actually the result of this incredible scientific process that literally stops time for food. Let's break down exactly how it works.
So, here's the big question. How on earth is it possible to take something as delicate as a strawberry and keep it so perfect that it's still good to eat like 25 years later with no refrigeration? The answer is pretty wild. It involves a process that kind of plays with the laws of physics.
Okay, so the secret has this super sciencey name, lyophilization. But don't let that word intimidate you. At its core, lyophilization, or as we all know it, freeze-drying, is actually a really gentle way to dry things out. It's all about removing the water without wrecking everything that makes the food, well, food. Now, this whole thing works because of one amazing scientific principle: sublimation. Seriously, think of this as the ultimate magic trick in food preservation. Instead of melting ice into water and then boiling it away, freeze-drying convinces that ice to turn directly into a gas. It completely skips the whole liquid part.
This right here shows you just how clever the process is. Normal drying is that three-step dance, solid to liquid to gas. But freeze-drying, it just jumps right from solid to gas. So how does it do that? It's all about pressure. You know how water boils at a lower temperature way up on a mountain? Well, freeze-drying takes that idea to the absolute extreme. By creating a powerful vacuum, the pressure drops so low that the solid ice can basically boil straight into vapor, without ever needing to melt first.
All right, so that's the theory, but what does it actually look like in practice? To make it super clear, let's follow a single strawberry on its little journey inside a freeze dryer. First up, our strawberry gets frozen solid. We're talking way down to minus 40 degrees Celsius. Then it goes into a vacuum chamber. A little bit of heat is added, but because of that vacuum, the frozen water can't melt. No way. Instead, it sublimates right into vapor, which gets sucked away. For the final touch, the temp is raised just a tiny bit more to get rid of any last stubborn water molecules. And just like that, our strawberry is perfectly preserved.
So we've seen the how, but honestly, the why is even more impressive. This isn't just about getting rid of water. It's about everything this amazing process manages to leave behind.
95%. Just let that sink in for a second. Regular drying with heat can destroy a ton of vitamins and minerals. But because freeze-drying avoids high temperatures, it preserves up to 95% of the food's original nutritional value. I mean, that is just a staggering level of preservation.
And the results are just superior, plain and simple. Because it all happens at such low temperatures, the original flavor, the color, even the smell, it's all locked in. And since the water leaves as a gas, it creates this light, airy, almost honeycomb-like structure inside the food. That's exactly why freeze-dried stuff rehydrates so fast and tastes so fresh. The original structure is still there, just waiting for water. And it does all of this with zero additives.
And, you know, while astronaut ice cream gets all the fame, you would be absolutely shocked to find out where else this technology is hiding in our everyday lives.
I mean, forget just camping meals. It's how we get that high-quality instant coffee. In the medical world, it's absolutely essential for preserving sensitive things like vaccines and antibiotics, even the live cultures in your probiotics. It's used in fancy pet food to lock in all those nutrients, and in a completely different field, it's the #1 way to save priceless, water-damaged books and documents. How cool is that?
Now, as incredible as this all sounds, it's not a perfect magic bullet for everything. There are some pretty significant real-world trade-offs we have to consider.
Okay, let's weigh the pros and cons here. On one side, you get this unbelievable quality, nutrition, and a shelf life you can measure in years. But on the other side, well, the equipment is super expensive, the process takes a really long time, and that light, airy structure means the food is super fragile. And this last point is a huge safety warning. Because it uses cold, not heat, freeze-drying doesn't kill bacteria. So if you freeze-dry raw meat, you absolutely have to cook it after you rehydrate it.
So you might be asking, with all those costs, why even bother? Well, the economics really tell the story. This quote here says it all. The value it adds is just enormous. For high-end products, whether it's special fruits or medicinal herbs, the ability to preserve that quality and ship it around the world means that even with the high cost, it can be incredibly profitable.
Which brings us to a final thought. As we're all looking for ways to cut down on food waste, boost nutrition, and make food that lasts without a bunch of chemicals, freeze-drying is a really powerful option. Yeah, it's expensive, but it offers a level of quality that basically no other method can touch. So what do you think? Could this be a major part of the future of our food?